Philosophers have said that there are only 7 stories we keep repeating throughout history. Tonight, we're going to pick one and tell it again. This is The Treatment, a podcast about stories with your hosts Billy Beck, Cody Beck, and Mark Lucas. The Treatment is filmed inside a live studio audience.
Is that why it's so warm in here?
We're in the butthole.
Aw, again? So professional. Speaking of professionals, I believe some professional critics had some professional things to say about our last professional effort, Shell Game, a pig party joint.
Yes, I have a review here from the Chicago Tribune. They give it 4 out of 5 stars. It's the kind of copycat movie that becomes original through its cast and treatment.
Hey, that's us.
We're one of those things.
We're The Treatment.
A podcast about stories.
Podcast about stories with your hosts Billy Beck, Cody Beck, and Mark Lucas.
Ah, shit, we're in a time loop.
Ah, not again! Well, you know what a loop is? It's just a big circle.
A spinning circle?
A spinning circle of stories, even.
What's on the circle this week, Bill?
We have Cinderella, the Itsy Bitsy Spider, Hercules, the Boy Who Likes Clowns, the Brave Little Tailor, the Pardoner's Tale, Snow Queen, Pandora, and Little Bo Peep. And it is spinning, and it has sound effects that I've never heard before.
I knew it.
It's one of Cody's. It's Hercules.
Honey, you mean Huncules. No, I can't steal that from another movie. You've never seen that.
I have not.
So, are either of y'all familiar with the story of Hercules?
Are we talking about the Disney one or the TV drama one?
Any version of it.
So I know the one where Arnold Schwarzenegger was Hercules in modern New York.
Okay.
I've seen the Disney one.
Okay. So, obviously, the Disney one sanitized a lot of things. So, quick rundown of Hercules. I actually need to double check this because I don't quite remember who his mother was.
Jupiter and Alcmena.
Ah, okay. So, Hercules is the Roman name. The Greek name is Heracles. I prefer Hercules because it's the one I grew up with, but I'm probably going to continue to say the Greek names of the gods because they're more fun. So Hercules is the son of Zeus, king of the gods, and Alcmena. I'm double checking what the deal was with Alcmena. Well, that doesn't really help. So Alcmena appears to be one of the few of Zeus's affair partners who does not get gruesomely murdered by Hera, his wife and, queen of the gods and of marriage. His birth is attempted to be prevented by someone killing him in the womb, but the nurses for Alcmena trick the would-be assassins into not committing the crime. And then there are 2 serpents that are sent to strangle him in his cradle, and he instead kills the serpents. There's different versions of the story, but again, there's one of the common versions is that Alcmena, in order to protect him and herself, leaves him in the woods. He gets picked up and actually taken to Hera by another one of the goddesses, who's like, hey, I found this abandoned baby in the woods, and then she starts breastfeeding him, and until he bites her nipple, where she pulls him away from her boob and causes the Milky Way to happen. The Milky Way in Greek... Yes. I'm sorry, for those of you at home, Bill just made a shocked face at me.
Carry on.
Hercules also is a significant part of a lot of the major Greek adventures. He is part of Jason and the Argonauts. He actually does not make it the whole way to the Golden Fleece because his bestie/gay lover gets pulled into the river by a river spirit, and he's searching for him fruitlessly, so he doesn't join them the whole way. He has the 12 labors of Hercules, which include cleaning out a really dirty stable and killing the Nemean lion, etc. He also eventually does marry a woman named Megara, and they have 2 children. and it's unclear how. There's like a lot of different ways, but somehow Hera does get her revenge on him and causes him to go insane, and he kills his wife and children in that fit of rage, which is why he has to do the 12 labors as his atonement for committing wife murder and child murder, or he'll be chased by the Furies forever. He's kind of like a stock character where it's like, oh, we need a big bulky guy, shove him into this myth.
Now, was that Hercules or Heracles you were talking about? I got lost in the middle there.
Both. I do also have to say his ultimate death is Hera's fault. He gets a piece of clothing that is soaked in some sort of animal's blood. I believe it's Chimera's blood, that causes him extreme pain, but he will not die, so one of his trainees ends up killing him to end his suffering. So he basically is the first case of euthanasia. One of the early ones, at least.
Okay, so there is, like, a lot to Hercules / Heracles.
Yeah.
And I think first we need to narrow down what kind of Hercules story we want to tell. And since there's an elephant in the room, I'll just bring it up. Is this one of our God So New universe?
I think there's room for it to be. I had a few options running through my head. One is we go back to that universe, pick one of the stories of the Hercules canon and tell it in that universe. Second option is find a twist on how to do something like the 12 Labors of Hercules, which I think is like the most popular story of his, and either find a new setting or a new tone to take with it. And third option is try to actually tell the life of Hercules, but I think that's boring and stupid.
Not boring and stupid, but done already?
Yeah, which isn't what we like to do here.
Yeah. We like to be fully original and not rip off anything. Like our last movie, which was a rip-off of Rush Hour.
So
I don't know what you're talking about. It was a rip-off of Pig Party, Mark.
Thinking about what Bill said with going into the world of God So New. So, because the labors themselves were an atonement, and one of the struggles of Hercules is that he's half divine, half mortal, it could be interesting to explore. We're at the point in the timeline where there are hybrids.
I had a similar thought that because our first one, the Cassandra one, was like in that time when like the few years following the first contact. Then we did the Prometheus one, which we took back into the 50s into Roswell. So yeah, what if we go 100 years, 200 years in the future, and things have stabilized geopolitically, and now there's this new occurrence of hybrids, and would he be the first? He's not the first in Greek mythology, is he?
No, he's not the first. He's not the first. But he's one of the most prominent because he did actually. He got a lot more from his godly parent than some of the others. I think you could make the argument that Dionysus is the first, but also that's a slippery slope.
Mark, do you have any thoughts before we keep going down this road? Do you want to detour?
I'm not sure. I'm just looking at the actual 12 labors of Hercules.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how we get into what you were just saying about the alien-human hybrids, like 100 years down the line. I'm not sure where we go with a story, you know?
Well, the easy way to go with the story would be because of the fact that he is a human-alien hybrid, he does accidentally or by his nature kill a human, and his labors are atonement. Because it's not specifically like, it's not like his atonement is, you gotta do these labors. It's, you gotta go serve this king for 10 years, which, prison sentence. And the king just assigns him these different tasks because the king is working with Hera and Hera wants him dead. So it could be as simple as this is a prison story.
What if instead of going back to this universe, because I kind of feel like Hercules to me almost has and I think Bill had said it on a different episode, that these Greek myths, Marvel is the modern Greek myth.
Mm-hmm.
And Hercules always felt to me like a superhero.
Yeah, I mean, you could make the argument that Superman pulls strongly from Hercules. And there are, superheroes who are literally gods, Thor, etc.
Isn't Shazam something stupid like a bunch of ancient classic era figures like Zoroaster is the Z?
Yeah, I think that's a thing.
And I mean, per the or the DC canon, although I don't know if this is going to hold or not with the new DCEU, but per DC canon, Diana's the daughter of Zeus, which is, oh boy.
Hercules is the H in Shazam. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury.
God.
Fucking nerds. Anyway, our podcast where we make up stories.
Do we want to try dipping our toes in, see if we can create a superhero? I mean, we shit talk Marvel a lot. Do we think we're better than them?
No, because I actually like a lot of the Marvel stuff.
I feel like the problem is Hercules is too easy to do as Thor. Because it's just fish out of water.
Honestly, I think if we were to go the route of creating a superhero, I think we should do it in that universe.
In the God So New universe?
Yeah, because then we're not... We already have, like, a timeline and a history that we've established that we can build off of for the various superhero tropes, instead of just going straight to spandex and capes. Like, there's some lore that's unique to us there already, and I think that would aid in creating a superhero if that's the route we'd take.
If we do go that route, what if he's not a human-alien hybrid in the sense that he's literally a combination of human and alien DNA, but he is a human-alien hybrid in that he's one of the people that survived their testings, and at this point he's come back with implants or something, some of their technology, and that's where his power comes from.
That's literally what we did with Cassandra, though.
Yeah, she got her power from...
But her power was, like, working with the computer. Her power wasn't like, I am an enhanced being.
Yeah.
Because you could just say, okay, over the 100 years they've honed it, so fewer people die, but...
So I'm kind of getting the feeling that at the very least we're on board with it being a superhero and in the God So Nooniverse, which I think I am now coining.
Nooniverse is such a clunky word. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's why you add 2 more words in front of it. God So Nooniverse.
I mean, you've also got the Blood and Cornetto trilogy, so...
Yeah, but at least those... whatever. Anyway. The thing is, we also have to keep track of the tone, because this universe has a darker, more serious tone.
It does.
And superhero... It's hard to walk that tone with superhero. Because you end up with, like, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I was thinking more Watchmen.
Oh, universally beloved adaptation Watchmen.
Or The Boys.
Or Invincible.
Or Invincible, which I haven't seen, but I understand it's in that genre.
And all 3 of those are television shows, when done well.
So...
What about The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
So, bear with me here. This might be a little out of left field, but it's a way to kind of keep the tone. What if the story we tell about Hercules is about the people around him?
Okay.
So, it's still a cohesive story, and you're still telling the story about a superhero, but it's more about the scars and the damage that a superhero leaves in their wake. So you keep that kind of darker, grittier tone.
Now, would Hercules be a front-facing character here, like, or would he be in the background mostly?
The kind of in the background, in the sense that, like, he's defined more by his absence than by his presence, but he's still a character that you see. I'm thinking kind of like how, this is a bad example because it's a book, but like in Game of Thrones, Cersei arguably shapes the narrative for a significant portion of the first 4 books, but it's not until the 4th book that you get a POV chapter in her head.
Okay.
So you can see other people interacting with and around her, and you can see her machinations, but you don't actually get her point of view.
So now my question is, if we want to focus on the damage that he causes and the effects that he leaves behind, is there a character that we would be following who's present for a lot of Hercules' story enough that we could do something with it, that we follow them instead? Because the audience needs a character to hold on to. And then what would that character's story be on the forefront? Because it can't just be, oh, I'm so scarred because of all these things Hercules did. It's got, like, they have to have their thing they're going through, and the Hercules effect is shaping the narrative.
The options, I think, there would be, of course, the cliche options. You got wife, you got kids, you got mentee. And there are, of course, Hercules canonical options for all three of those. You've got Megara, you've got his 2 kids, you've got the guy whose name I forget because he's in a different book. Hang on.
All right.
Aeolus?
What if we're following his wife and kids, and it's later in Hercules' life, and I don't know if this would work, but the base plot is a very simple, like maybe even like a coming of age thing for one of the kids, like it's their first year in high school, whatever our high school of the future with aliens looks like, and maybe he's getting bullied because of his race or whatever, because he's part alien, you know, that shit like that. The talent show's coming up, mom, need you to help me with the costume. And then, like, ghosts from Hercules' past fuck with the family as Hercules is off doing other shit.
So as I just read my way through the 12 labors, and one thing that keeps jumping out to me is that it looks like in almost all of these he has, like, help.
Yes, that's actually why he does 12, because originally it's supposed to be 10, but the king is like, nah, you had people helping you. Those 2 don't count.
I mean, he has Aeolus help him with the Hydra. He has Prometheus helping with the Hesperides.
Yep, Athena helps him with the birds. He accepts payment for cleaning the stables, etc. Aeolus is usually the one that people lean on as his, like, mentee. Because I think it's also literally his cousin?
Nephew.
Would anything in the myth give him a reason to come back later in life and feel owed?
Let me double check. I think he's the one that gets yanked into the,
He gets yanked into something?
Yes, he was sent to colonize an island. So it's not who I thought it was. But Heracles sent him to Sardinia to colonize the island and create a new race of people. So I feel like you could see that as he's like Hercules, he is a demigod or whatever, and he kind of drinks the Kool-Aid of the aliens and is like, no, we should be ruling these people. Why aren't you?
Is that our plot then? That he's on this island creating an army, and Hercules, because of his family connections and assimilation into Earth society, if you will, resists? Is that where we can go with it? It would put Hercules more on the forefront a little bit.
Yeah, but
there's something there.
Yeah, it still ties into the darker tone.
What if, again, I'm looking at these 12 labors, because there is so much, like, other adventures and myths about Hercules.
Yeah.
But the golden apples of the Hesperides is the one that specifically mentions Prometheus. And I feel like maybe if we focused on the golden apples labor, we could tie it into God So New. If we encounter our Prometheus years on down the line.
Did our Prometheus survive?
Yes, remember he was like, had his kind of tongue amputated, and he was left in human form in Manhattan in the 70s.
That's right.
And unable to communicate.
The other thing with the apples is that is what leads to the Trojan War.
Oh, which is Cassandra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it is one of the golden apples that is given to Paris, who's like, give it to the most beautiful goddess. He gives it to Aphrodite because she's like, yo, you get this life.
So do we think we could slot this in between those two stories?
So what I'm hearing is this takes place in the 90s in New York.
it doesn't have to.
True.
I mean, it doesn't have to, but I think that's kind of... So, New York famously got sanitized in, like, the 90s and early aughts, right?
Yeah.
Except for this one thing.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, like, what if that is... I'm just skating by that.
The planes didn't.
I was talking about the release of Mink Car. The worst thing to happen in Manhattan that day.
A lot of bad things happened in Manhattan that day.
So, what if that's something that's happening because of the influence of these aliens at this point? They're still not, like, fully out the way they will be later?
I'm sorry, because it's on the table, I have to ask.
No!
Okay.
The aliens do not cause 9/11.
Okay. I had to ask.
What about Mink Car?
They did cause that.
And that's what caused the war. That's what set it off.
Um...
What were we saying?
The aliens did not cause 9/11.
Before that, you were saying something.
New York was famously being, like, cleaned
sanitized.
up. 80s, 90s, early aughts.
Yeah.
Becoming a family-friendly destination.
So, if we're going to focus on the Golden Apple, what exactly is that trial?
So he has to steal from under the nose of 3 of the nymphs that guard it. It's 3 golden apples.
The sacred fruits protected by Hera, who put 100-headed dragon as a guardian to them. At least according to Wikipedia.
And how did
I'm
Prometheus help them?
I'm just gonna straight up read this paragraph, okay?
Go for it.
These sacred fruits were protected by Hera, who set Ladon, a fearsome 100-headed dragon, as the guardian. Hercules had to first find where the garden was. He asked Nereus for help. He came across Prometheus on the journey. Hercules shot the eagle eating at his liver, and in return, he helped Hercules with knowledge that his brother would know where the garden was. His brother Atlas offered him help with the apples if he would hold up the heavens while he was gone. Atlas tricked him and did not return. Hercules returned the trickery and managed to get Atlas taking the burden of the heavens once again, and then returned the apples to Mycenae.
Okay.
So there's some magic apples in some garden being guarded by a dragon. We don't know where it is, but he finds Prometheus, and after helping Prometheus, Prometheus says, "My brother Atlas knows where they are." Atlas says, "Yeah, I'll help, just hold on to this for a minute." And then he fucks off and almost never comes back, but then Hercules tricks him back into, "Hey, can you hold this again?" And then gets the apples and brings them.
Atlas is basically like, it's going to be faster if I go get the apples myself because I know where it is. Can you hold this for me?
Yeah. Okay.
And then when Atlas comes back, I know this part, that he's like, "Hey, dumbass sucker, thanks for holding the sky for me." And Hercules is like, "Yeah, this job's really hard. Man, it would feel so much better if I could put these shoulder pads on. Hey, can you hold this real quick while I put the shoulder pads on?" "Oh yeah, sure, buddy."
Titans were not renowned for their intelligence.
All right.
A real, since we literally just watched this, it's a real gimme 2 10s for a 5. I'm thinking maybe instead of it being Atlas, I'm trying to remember our God So New. The alien in God So New, like, ran with some humans, remember?
Yeah, one of them was, like, up in with the government, with the military.
Yeah, but he got killed by the aliens. So there was still the wife and the child.
Right.
So I'm thinking maybe instead of Atlas, it's the child that might know something. He's in college now.
I was thinking even bumping this back past the 90s into, like, near future to us. And Atlas can be an AI that's been developed by the alien forces that are still on Earth working in various STEM fields. Like, similar to...
So closer to the Cassandra invasion?
Because if these are the events that lead to the Battle of Troy in mythology, which was our Cassandra setting, then we need to be closer to that. And we can set up those dominoes. I'm just thinking of various ways to adapt the elements of the story into this universe.
I like the idea of this one ending on kind of a downer, because Prometheus ended on... It was a downer, but it was still kind of hopeful. But I like the idea of this one being like, oh fuck, we know what happens next.
Yeah, because this one needs to end with basically the aliens about to full on invade.
I do want to remind you that Prometheus definitely ended on a downer.
But he saved the...
It was like a crane shot of him abandoned and apparently insane in crime-ridden Manhattan in the 70s.
But he did the task that he set out to do. He saved wife and child.
And we're going to undowner that ending here, because Prometheus has to show up and Hercules has to shoot the eagle eating his liver.
The insanity?
Have some Prozac, my dude.
Well, because he wasn't really insane, he's just an alien who can't actually speak Earth language.
That's right.
They give him back a...
Give him a translator or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe, like, protect him from some actual humans who are notoriously kind, gentle, and generous with people we interpret as having mental issues.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. The homeless are revered in this country. Just treated with the utmost respect and dignity at
Gavin
every
Newsom
turn.
is gonna fucking, like,
he's gonna kick me out of
Kool-Aid
California
man
for saying
through
that.
the door. He heard someone say that. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, no!
So I think we still need to nail down who our Hercules is, and what the apples are.
Is it as simple as he's a human that's now been raised with this technology?
Hear me out. He's Russian. Because we saw what... In Prometheus, we saw what this,
Sorry.
We saw what this, universe looked like from the US side of the Iron Curtain. What did it look like on the Russian side? What were they doing there? Like in Rocky IV with Drago, they were just pumping him full of steroids. What... Did the Russians catch an alien? Did one, like, land on Sputnik and they brought it back and started genetic experiments? Is Hercules the result of that?
We don't care how you're giving us this technology, but oh my god, help us beat the US.
Yeah, and then he's a remnant of Russia's side of the Cold War and one of their secret government programs involving the aliens.
Yeah.
As we're in modern times.
It could also, if we're going with that, which I like, it could also be he's a secret from the aliens.
Oh, like
the genetic testing they were doing was clandestine even to the aliens.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, we trust you. We totally trust you. We're definitely not doing anything shady with the DNA that you leave behind.
Yeah, they were like juicing DNA in maternity labs. And Hercules was born in like 91, right before the wall fell. So that would put him in his 30s for this story, 30s or 40s. Yeah, the timeline works out.
So
why is this Russian asset in Manhattan?
Does he know what he's capable of? If the wall fell when he was still a toddler, how much does he know? Did he get smuggled out by his parents so that he wasn't destroyed? Because there's the thing with the snakes.
yeah, are we pulling a Black Widow?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, like they tried to destroy him and he survived based on how fucking awesome he is, and then got smuggled to the States.
The aliens got wise to the Russians' scheming and destroyed the base, and he happened to survive.
I mean, considering that the various myths point to a maternal figure caring about him, what if one of the aliens is like, it's kind of cute, let's keep it?
I feel like one of the humans would have to.
Yeah.
Because he's not up on Olympus most of the time, is he?
No. Explicitly not, because Hera would fucking stab him.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it does have to be one of the humans. Maybe one of the humans is friendly with the aliens and gets him out, and that's why they're the only two that make it.
I like the idea of the lab getting blown up by aliens.
Right, but...
And then somebody goes in cleaning the rubble and finds him, and then he's just adopted into a family, like the Kents.
Yeah, that works too.
Or he's adopted off, like... Because I believe that was the era of a lot of Americans buying children from abroad. Sorry, not buying, adopting for a hefty fee children from abroad. And I'm pretty sure there were a lot of Russian babies coming over.
Yeah.
And that's what brings our Hercules to America.
And that's how he gets to New York.
Yeah. So he grew up here, more or less.
Yeah. That's how he's got his abilities.
And he doesn't fully understand his abilities. He just knows that I'm a better athlete than everyone else. I'm better at this than everyone else. I'm just a little bit better than everybody else at everything.
But has an understanding of that, a la Dash at the end of The Incredibles, where they're like, second place, finish second. Don't win, just come in second. Now the next hurdle that I think we need to jump is,
what are the apples?
What are the apples? How does he get the mission and that aspect of it? I think the easy answer for what are the apples is some sort of weapon, because it's the it's Hera that wants them, right?
No, they are Hera's.
They're Hera's.
Stealing them from her.
Okay, on behalf of who? Or does it matter?
It's still the original guy who's giving him the labors, because the apples are one of the labors that he's like, no, this is an extra one because you cheated with the first ones.
Right. I think this is where we can stray a little bit more, because
yeah,
it doesn't need to be a one-to-one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if, due to his specific set of abilities, he's muscle for the mob, and he's told to go collect these, and he learns more about them once he does.
Yeah.
And this, like, somehow through finding these, he learns his the truth of who he is, what he is. Maybe the mob doesn't quite know. They just think they're stealing something valuable because it's in a vault somewhere.
Yeah, like maybe I feel like this is a cliche.
I mean, it doesn't have to be mob. It's he's some sort of hired muscle hired to do a heist. But I'm not saying we're doing a heist movie.
Yeah, but what if it's like some sort of bio lock and he's able to bypass it, even though it's supposed to be alien?
Well, it's still protected by, like, whatever the lock is would be the dragon. But I'm thinking, like, the apples themselves, whatever tech they are, reacts to his alien DNA in a way that no one around him who hired him, who knows him, expects. And that's how he learns his own truth, that he's part alien.
Yeah. I mean, what if it's as simple as it is just the fucking Russian mob, a la John Wick? He's just, and it's the same thing. It's the family that raised him and got him out of the...
Yeah. Actually, yeah. No.
Instead of overcomplicating it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's the family that got him out of Russia.
Mm-hmm.
They raised him. He's just there, whatever.
You good with that, Mark?
I guess so. So then the apples... Is it just more of what's still being used from Roswell?
Or the evolution of that.
And then that's... Because I'm also trying to think how we fold Parnax back into it. Because he would know about the stuff, because he was there, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they have this task that they're assigned to give him, right? Like, this task is here. This is how you prove yourself. This is how you become, like, full member of the family or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
they can even allude to previous tasks there. That's how we can fold it into the 12 trials.
What if he's already friends with Parnax in terms of, like, Parnax is just fucking in this area because he knows that's where the shit is. And that's how Hercules is already, like...
Yeah.
No, I think he has to rescue Parnax.
What if he...
I think that's part of the story, is him rescuing Parnax.
Well, yeah, but he could already have a relationship with Parnax prior to rescuing him, you know?
And I'm thinking from, like, an audience perspective, I think when he meets Parnax, that's a part where fans go like, oh shit, that's him!
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't want that, like, established, because that would get rid of that moment,
yeah.
You know? Like, maybe you put a shot of Parnax in the trailer and make all the nerds jizz.
It's him from behind with the shitty tattered coat we last saw him in.
Yeah.
So, the basic structure of the heist is basically he finds out where the shit is from Prometheus, and wrapped up in that is the rescue story of Prometheus. The thing with Atlas, and then the actual delivering of the...
Okay. So that's our acts 1, 2, and 3?
I think so. I'm also having a thought. What if the alien tech reacting to Hercules is what triggers the aliens to recognize, oh, they've been doing shit behind our backs?
Yeah, that's third act.
Yeah.
When he finds it, he learns his truth. And then, like, the denouement is the aliens that we know are monitoring get alerted that shit's going down. Time to fucking go.
Yeah. They have discovered, or they've been doing shit that you didn't want them to do.
Yeah. Time to invade. Time to end this now. And that leads us into Oh Human Things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what were the 3 acts we just said?
Act 1 is he's given his call to action. You gotta go get... I'm still not clear where this is. Because in my head it was buried under Central Park, but that can't be right. It's gotta be in a vault, right?
Could be a vault under Central Park. Is there a graveyard in Central Park?
I don't think so. Isn't there like a castle in Central Park?
How about we just kind of rip off Men in Black and have it be the World's Fairgrounds?
It's Underground Zero. Alright, that's the last 9/11 reference.
Well, I mean, what if we, instead of, we kind of split the difference and it's Coney Island?
Or it's under Lady Liberty.
Yeah. It's a little X-Men.
Everyone loves monuments getting destroyed in these things, right?
Yeah. Something immigrants in Ellis Island.
Yeah, because there's an immigration story happening in the background too.
Yeah, I like that. I like Lady Liberty.
Okay. So how it's originally presented to him then is we heard rumors of there's a vault under the Statue of Liberty. There's something in there. We don't know what. But if they're hiding it there, it must be valuable. You're strong as fuck. Go get it.
Yeah.
Oh no, but the Russian mobs wouldn't know where it is. Prometheus knows where it is.
I mean...
Right.
Or Parnax, rather.
We know it's... They could know where it is, but still not be able to get past any of the, like, things that are guarding it. You're gonna need help from... You're gonna need to figure out how to get
to it.
Get to it, yeah. And that could be Parnax's...
Parnax would know.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's the product of alien genetic experiments by the Russians. The aliens destroyed the facility, and this child survived. The aliens don't know that. He gets adopted in America. He gets adopted to America. He gets found by some, like, Russian peasant folk, but adopted to America, joins the Russian mob. I feel like this is a lot to tell in, like, the intro.
Well, it doesn't...
I don't think it's
It doesn't necessarily...
too much. Go ahead.
Most of that happens in the cold open and opening credits.
Yeah. I also think it's not that he joins the mob, it's that the mob is the one that brings him to America.
Yeah, he gets, like, adopted by a family that's involved already. Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking cold open, village name, Russia, 1991. And then you just see, like, a panning shot of lab and some old-timey computer screens, alien DNA, human DNA, and they're joining on the computer screen, and there's babies in pods. Like, something that's very visually tells you exactly what's happening here. And then, like, a big zoom out or a hard cut to the alien ship, and an alien finger pressing a button, and, like, the subtitle of an alien voice saying they know too much, or they've been doing too much behind our back, something like that. Pushing the button, the building explodes. As the smoke fades, cleanup crew in hazmat suits come in and is going through the rubble, and then they hear the baby cry. Title. And then as the opening credits are happening, it's vignettes of they take him home, adopting, take him to the States, growing up in New York. And then once the credits are over, directed by David Fincher or whatever, he's an adult getting his marching orders from the mob.
Yeah.
So we're 5 minutes, and we've told his story up till the story begins.
Okay. I thought it would be a fun kind of nod if we see in really quick flashes him being in the mob, and it being references to some of the other, like slaying the Hydra is just whacking a guy.
I was gonna say killing some members of the Italian mob. What if that's...
I mean, that could be in the opening credits as well.
Capturing the Cretan bull, stealing, like, a fancy car.
Fun fact, the Cretan bull is the father of the Minotaur, by the way.
The Minotaur, yes.
So, along with that, it could be, like, the vignettes, and then the end of the credits is, like, finishing up the last of whatever that is, and then rolling into, like, going back to headquarters. And it's like, hey.
Yeah, I think doing all that in the opening credits works really well, actually. And we could even show, like, the early ones, he's still, like, a teenager.
Yeah.
So we watch him age as well, just to pass the time from... We introduce him as a toddler.
Yeah.
Through to adulthood. Like, maybe when he's joyriding in the Cretan Bull, he's playing with his, like, Game Boy Pocket. Just establish, like, time is progressing. But technology is progressing as well, because it's a period of time which technology progressed like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Because of the aliens.
The apples are a new computing device.
Oh, like a quantum computer.
Yeah, it's going to be formally released to the, like, what's the word when they have like that big event to show you the new iPhone?
Like a keynote address or like a press release?
Yeah, like the event. It's going to be debuted, premiered,
Yeah.
introduced. It's a new kind of computer that's going to be introduced to the public. But what people don't know is that it's based on alien technology.
It's just the computer company Apple doing it, and they call it the Apple Gold.
We could even...
I think... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it could even be because for some reason gold is like a super good conductor. It's not, but like, they call it the Apple Gold because some technological bullshit explanation.
No, you know what? This is another one of those where we get on the nose. It's the Nymph
Okay.
from Hesperides Computers.
Okay.
Because I don't want fucking Tim Apple suing our ass. And we're not doing free marketing for the fucking Macintosh.
Oh no, they'll pay for it. They don't give a fuck.
They are the bad guys, though.
No, they took away that clause. I see bad guys using iPhones all the time.
No, all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, Apple don't give a shit anymore. Google took "Don't be evil" out of their fucking bylaws.
Oh, you know what? Hesperos in Latin is the origin of the word evening star, so Venus. This is the nymph from Venus.
Really good leg raiser.
I was surprised when they got into computers.
Yeah. Well, they kept adding blades. Eventually, they added enough blades to make a supercomputer.
And
Cody's dying over there.
the mob wants the new computer, but they don't even know why they want it. It's just, we can use this as leverage in the tech sector. If we can get the prototype before it's the keynote presentation.
Maybe they just want to fucking ransom it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is a $1 trillion company. Let's steal their prototype, hold it for ransom. That's their whole idea.
See, I'm thinking about the stock manipulation game, mini quest in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay.
Where you have to steal a prototype, not iPhone, before the keynote. And then you watch the keynote on TV while it's happening, and like, call this number now. And when you do, he's like, oh, look, it's ringing. Let's see who it is. And then it explodes and kills the CEO of the iFruit company on live TV, sending their competitors' stock price skyrocketing and theirs plummeting. And you get, like, a ton of money. If you remembered to invest in Circle's phone before the mission.
We're not going to do the stock part, but the stealing the prototype part.
It's just the logic behind it, why I think. Like you say, you got to understand why they're doing it.
Yeah, no, that works. That works. Yeah, that is some mob shit. Yeah, okay, yeah. And now I have an idea to bring Parnax into it in a way that makes sense. Is they're doing the speech in 3 days or whatever somewhere in the city at Rock Center or one of the big theaters in Broadway. Whatever. We're a place in New York.
Let's move out of New York and put it in San Francisco.
But we put Parnax in New York.
He can leave New York.
Okay.
He just can't communicate.
Well, what if...
Because my thought was, they have the prototype in the city, but because of the risk they keep moving it around, who knows where people are moving and who doesn't move very often? The homeless. Similar to how the florist uses the homeless in the Yakuza games. He's told, ask some homeless people, they might be able to help you, and he stumbles on Parnax.
What if it's the first time that, going back to his alien DNA, he hears Parnax...
He can understand Parnax's babblings?
Yes. Not everything, but he can pick up on some of it, and he recognizes words. And he's like, wait, what did you just say? And Parnax is like, you can understand me.
Yeah.
Not words.
Yeah.
Psychic vibrations.
Yeah, like he passes by Parnax, and he's like, wait a second, what did you just say? And Parnax is like, I didn't say anything.
Or Parnax is still yelling about stuff, but for the first time, like, somebody understands and, like, reacts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the reveal of Parnax to be kind of a big moment. How do we make that happen?
So, he goes to a homeless encampment to see if he can find information or, like, offer some money for information on, like, hey, there's these tech officials in town. These guys, we need them tracked. If you guys are willing to help us, we can pay you X, whatever. And
What if
they're like, some of the homeless people ask, like, okay, yeah, what are you looking for? Is this computer thing? And then you hear from a tent, like, oh, I know all about that computer thing. Nobody asks me, though. And Hercules looks over at the tent like, that guy knows? But everyone around him is like, ignore that babbling guy. No one knows what he's trying to say. And then he opens the tent and out steps Parnax.
Does Parnax have a strong accent? Because I'm trying to think, how do we make it so that it's a little difficult for Hercules, but not completely unintelligible?
I think it would be like an echo in the audio mix.
I think instead of words, what he gets from Parnax are pictures. So when he's talking to the first group of homeless, we get flashes of the tent. And, like a quick burst on the screen of the tent. And he looks around like, is there a tent like this around here? And then he sees it and gets the flash again. So then he asks, whose tent is that? And they'll say, oh, that's Crazy Grandpa. Nobody knows his name, but don't waste your time in there.
Nobody knows what language he's speaking, but nobody's been able to figure it out.
They even say, like, oh, he only speaks Russian or some shit. I like the idea of flashing pictures, and that gave me an idea. The first one that flashes is he's explaining to them, again, like, they're launching this new computer thing, and Parnax can hear and kind of understand what Hercules is saying, too, for the same reason. So Parnax shoots out the image of the computer. And Hercules, like, without skipping a beat, is like, yeah, it looks just like that, with the gold and shaped like an apple, or whatever the fuck it looks like. And the homeless people are like, what do you mean it looks just... Nobody said anything. What? Oh, never mind. Anyway, and then the tent thing happens. Do you guys know a green and black tent? Oh, that one with old Crazy Grandpa? Speaks Russian or some shit? And then...
Yeah.
Build...
Yeah, he's just a yeller. I don't want them to directly say, like, Russian or some shit.
Oh, they call him...
I think just, he's a yeller.
They call him Old Yeller.
Yeah. Yep. That's Old Yeller's tent.
You can talk to him if you want to, but you're not going to get anything out of it.
If you understand primordial screaming.
And like, Parnax understands what people say. He just can't communicate back to them.
Right. Because we established that he only knows how to actually speak a few words.
Yeah.
It's mostly like
the name
names.
of the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because his whole time on Earth, he was relying entirely on the translating machines.
Yeah.
The nano machines.
Exactly. Okay. So...
And then when he goes to the tent, we get the reveal of, here's Parnax. I'm picturing it kind of like Luke Skywalker in...
The eighth one?
The eighth one, yeah.
Yeah.
Except not shitty, like the eighth one.
Yeah. No, I like the eighth one.
I didn't see it.
Oh.
I know that Rian Johnson made a big thing about defying expectations.
I thought he did a good job. This is a debate that happened 8 years ago now.
I'm a woman. I'm not allowed to have an opinion either way or the other.
About a movie I have not seen and will not see.
Fair enough. But yeah, his reveal, old, bearded, but still him.
And maybe this is where we can get background on both of them. By which I mean, like, how can I understand you? And I think I want Parnax to recognize the alienness of Hercules.
And I don't think I want Parnax to tell him, because he recognizes it's safer if he doesn't know. Like, I don't want to do the whole, oh, you don't know, do you? But I kind of want to have, like, I want the audience to see that moment where Parnax is like, fuck, that's why you can understand me. Well, time to bury that!
Maybe he does one of those moves of, you can understand me, you must be a special guy.
You must be Russian. Yeah, like...
You're not one of us, but close enough. One of what? Never mind.
Homeless.
I don't think I even want him to dance around. Just one of us, one of what? Never mind.
Just leave the audience to
never mind that. We have a job to do.
Yeah, that works. Maybe he even says something like, you don't know quite what you're stealing, do you? But I'll help. Like, because Parnax would know what it is.
They told me to steal it, I do what I'm told. Yeah. And I bet you do.
Yeah. Okay. So the next step from here is Atlas, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Did we want to stick with AI, or do we want to try something different?
Parnax was working with computers, right? Or like technology and shit in the previous one?
No. He was using technology, but he was more into human culture and society. So he was like into music.
Because I was thinking,
And that's where he was like focusing technology.
what if Atlas is like the project he was supposed to be working on?
What if Atlas is a project that his human friend's son is now working on?
Yeah.
He's in some like elite research university.
Yeah.
I can't help. I don't know how to help. I can tell you where it is. I can't help you get in. You're gonna need his help for that.
He's working in like R&D for a Google equivalent or something.
Yeah.
And Atlas is his big project. Okay, yeah. And that keeps us in that Bay Area.
So just so that we're all on the same page, because I thought I had suggested San Francisco and we wanted to stay in New York.
Well,
I thought we were good with San Francisco.
Well, if we're
Okay.
in San Francisco, then it's at Alcatraz. It's not at Ellis Island.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's not anywhere now. It's moving.
Oh, okay.
They don't know where it is
Before
but it's
the
on
keynote.
move. Yeah, before the keynote. Are we going to stick with Atlas being an AI or?
You know what? It begins in New York, and he finds Parnax in New York, and Parnax is like, "I will help you, but in order to help you, we need to find," and that's when we go to San Francisco.
Okay. Because that's where the
Because
kid
without
is.
being able to communicate, he wasn't able to find where the wife and kid ended up.
If we don't go with Atlas as the AI, Ladon as the AI.
Okay.
And that's the 1,000 cameras protecting the...
Yeah.
The nymph.
Yeah.
The nymph processor.
Yeah. So, is Atlas the AI or is Ladon the AI?
Atlas is the AI. Ladon is the system guarding. Atlas isn't an AI. Atlas is hacker software.
What's that shit from Fast and Furious?
The God's Eye.
God's Eye.
It's similar to that, but more of a like breaching networks, like brute force breaching networks type thing.
Yeah, it's...
Like, and then that can play into the only way to get it is if I do it.
Yeah.
Only I can hack the.
And him...
It's okay. So here's something that's fucking terrifying. Did you know that Wi-Fi signals are only slightly disrupted by like meat?
Yes.
And so, if you have a picture of the Wi-Fi network, you can roughly tell exactly where people are in a room. This is like some shit out of The Dark Knight. You know that scene at the end where they're like, "We can't do
Yeah.
this. This is super unethical." Yeah, that's real, and it's happening constantly.
Yay!
Oh boy, love
It's that. Atlas is like that, and they need it to figure out which of 3 potential locations has the actual nymph.
Okay.
I also think...
There's like, go ahead.
I love that. I also think the idea of, like, Atlas walking away is the kid walking away and reuniting with Parnax for the first time in 20 years. But they have a really strict time window that they can do this in without getting caught, and he almost overstays it.
Okay.
Because, like, imagine you see your father figure after losing him after he saves your life 20 years ago, and you have 3 minutes.
So the son is a hacker.
He's R&D for a tech company like Google, a big one, and I would say the reason the whole stepping away from it thing is this is a secret project that no one's supposed to know about. Like, I think that needs to come into play.
It's like devs.
Yeah.
This is like the most exclusive thing that no one really knows what they're doing. Everyone just knows it's the project to be on, and you have to be like the most premier in your field to be invited to be in the project.
And it's a rival company to what was it, Venus Computers?
Numerals instead of alphabet.
Yeah. So it's the rival company to the other one. So he already knows what the NIMP computer is because he's able to access like all their information and stuff using this software that no one knows he's built.
And he also recognizes that it is alien technology because of his youth.
Exactly. The only way they could have produced this is if it came from the Roswell wreck.
Yeah. It's Terminator-y.
Yeah. But in the end, he has to stay at Numerals because if he leaves during this time, it's too clear that he knew something. So he has to keep holding up the world, so to speak.
And it's a very end justifies the means thing with him. Like, I kind of want there to be a point where Parnax is like, I'm proud of you and I'm also terrified of what you've become.
Yeah.
Because everything must be depressing.
So Herc meets Parnax in New York. You must be one of us. One of what? Never mind. I can help you, but we need to find someone. They go to San Francisco, where they use LinkedIn to find that.
No, straight up, they go to like the Central Public Library in New York and just Google the guy's name. Because Parnax has no idea what any of that shit even is. He doesn't understand old computers.
Yeah.
He never bothered to learn this human alphabet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how they find him. He figures out where shit's hiding.
So fly to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's a cool moment where I'm thinking about reuniting the son with Parnax, who is not his dad, but was his dad's friend.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, you don't want to meet a crazy homeless person who yells, so they dress him up. They clean him up, put him in a suit, because I want to see Parnax looking cool, you know?
Yeah.
Do you think that another thing that happens in this, like, introduction... Obviously, he's going to recognize Parnax immediately. Does he give him the chip that he lost, that they took from him? Did he reverse engineer it so that Parnax ends this being able to speak?
I like that idea.
Yes. That is how Hercules kills the eagle eating the liver.
Yeah.
Like, he got his R&D job because his senior thesis in college was that universal translator.
Yes. And he's that, and he perfected it, and he kept it just in case.
Yeah. So that's
I
the
like
healing of Prometheus there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then after Prometheus is healed and he can speak, we need to ask a favor. This is my new friend Herc. Herc, I think, is a good enough name.
Yeah. We'll workshop it.
This is my new friend Herc, and he needs something. So I'm still piecing together how they use Atlas and, like, what they do. So he knows that there's 3 secure locations that Venus computers could be storing the nymph in, the nymph prototype.
Mm-hmm.
But the only way to know which one is with Atlas. And nobody's supposed to even know what Atlas is.
Yeah.
Me and my team have been working on it. So if you come into the workshop and they go in, and this is where they kind of reveal the whole Wi-Fi shows you where things are.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Go ahead.
It shows where meat is, as you described it, but the nymph isn't organic matter, so it wouldn't show.
It can show you what rooms have people in them and where they are in the room.
And they recognize that the rooms that have people in them are not going to be the ones with the nymph. The nymph is not going to have people there because they don't want people around it. Also, I have an idea for his name that's very dumb.
Okay.
His name is Sam, short for Samson.
That is dumb, but I like where your head's at. We'll keep workshopping it. Come up with something. Yeah, maybe Parnax is the one that deduces that. Would it have some sort of, not adverse effect, but like because we know that it's going to react to alien DNA nearby. Will it react to human DNA differently, and that's why no one wants to be in the room? And Parnax would realize that, or is that too much of a stretch?
You know that joke that everyone sees on the internet that's like, man, if there was an object that was hurting me, if it was a cursed object that was near me, I would just put it down, and then it's like also me holding my phone, which gives me 26 hours a day of psychic damage. What if it's just uncomfortable for humans to be around because it's emitting something that makes humans uncomfortable?
Like it's a supercomputer, but it's not meant to be a laptop.
Yeah. It's like...
Maybe it just radiates a shit ton of heat.
Yeah. It's almost radioactive.
Or it needs to be kept, because of the heat, it needs to be kept in a really cold room. So no one goes in that room.
See, I'm still thinking of it being like some computer based on alien technology that we're going to start mass producing soon. And this is just the announcement and the prototype. So it has to be something that's going to be... Eventually, everybody's going to use one.
Yeah. Like how currently everyone uses massive server farms out in the desert that we never visit or think too much about because that's where the internet lives. Like, I'm thinking it's that kind of a supercomputer. Like, maybe because it's so much faster than what we currently have, maybe one computer in the middle of every city, and anyone nearby with a cheap device can access its full computing power at lightning speeds, something like that. Like, that kind of technological advancement is what we're
Yeah, like maybe that's why there's 3, because they're going to drop one on the West Coast, one on the East Coast, one in the Midwest.
San Francisco, New York, and Austin.
Yeah. And they're going to be
the trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are the central hubs, and there's going to be a personal element to it.
Yeah, so what they're trying to steal is one of the hubs. They just don't fully understand that.
What they're going to steal is the first hub, and they're going to announce the first hub with plans to put the second and third. But in the meantime, start buying the hand phone now.
Yeah, it's kind of like in Kingsman where they distribute free phones to everyone.
Yeah. I was thinking about that a little bit, but I was thinking also, like, it's not just like a new computer where you have to buy a new device. Existing devices can connect to it via the internet, and it makes your via like a fucking app, and it makes your device faster, more storage, like all that shit.
So, see, the thing though is, then why is Venus Computers just doing it? Like, are they, fucking saints giving away all this computing power for nothing?
Subscription fees.
And that's what I mean. Like, if you've already got your phone, you're not paying the fee for it.
You're paying
you're paying to use for access.
It's basically replacing Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's your device is, you don't have to buy a new device, but you do have to pay us to use this thing that's miles better than the current Wi-Fi.
It's such a leap in technological advancement that it makes existing devices better.
It's all the promises that the current AI bros are touting, except without burning down the rainforest, and it actually works the way you want it to.
Exactly.
Yes, it's not a plagiarism machine.
It's like...
Yeah.
And maybe
your download speeds go from 100 gigs to 1,000,000 gigs a second. And your cloud storage goes from gigabytes to petabytes. Like...
Yeah.
Shit, like, it's just like a massive jump. And then new devices they can release will have insane features, like holograms and teleportation and...
Yeah.
All this... They're selling you on the future of it as well.
Yeah. And the only people who realize how fucked up and dangerous it is are the people that are working around it, or the people that know of it, like our guy, Parnax, and kind of Herc, but he doesn't really get it. He's just the himbo along for the ride.
People don't want to be in the room with it because it gives them haunting visions of the future.
Ooh, yes, I like that. They don't realize that's what's happening, but that's what's happening.
Yeah. And that's how, when they use Atlas, they look at the 3 locations, and every location, every room has somebody in it, except for one room at one location. And Parnax knows what this computer is, and knows what it's doing to the humans around it, and recognizes it's at that location. The 3 are in this location in this room.
Yes. I like that. Mark?
And I think part of it is that even the people don't know that when it's networked, it will start communicating to the fleet.
Yes.
Yeah. It's already communicating with the fleet. They're not getting... They think they're seeing haunting visions of the future, but because of the way that we established all this internet shit's connected to the ships, what they are seeing are simulations of attack plans.
Yes.
Which, is there a difference when you're as small as these human things?
See, I'm thinking no, because... One thing that we still haven't quite touched on is that in the prequel one, there were 2 big alien civilizations who were kind of at loggerheads, and in the original there was only the one, the Galactic Federation. And I'm thinking in the in-between, we never ironed out what happened. I think that in, the thing with Parnax sparked the war between the Federation and the Systems Alliance. And that took most of the aliens' attention. So we forgot about the monkeys for a while. But the monkeys have some alien tech. And now that the Federation is done wiping out the Systems Alliance, we get a blip on our radar. Oh, the monkeys are doing things again. Let's see if they're ready to join the Federation. And so the Golden Apple it's not communicating to the ships directly yet, but it will, like, that's going to be the climax is when it does.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they're like, oh, let's go back and start abducting people again, and that's when we get the beginning of Cassandra.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I kind of miss where the two alien factions, where one actually defeats the other, because in my head I was...
Yeah, we haven't done that.
So what I'm thinking... Okay, perfect, because what I'm thinking for that
and I'm thinking we don't do that in this one, because I feel like that needs its own movie.
Sure. But just so that we know what happened, so that we can say something happened, because one of the alien forces was siding with the US and one was siding with Russia during the Cold War.
Yes.
The Cold War ending coincides with their war ending, and the American affiliate side is the side that blew up the Russian affiliate side's experiments, which is the Hercules experiment.
No. First off, the end of the Cold War is kind of funny because it's lopsided, because the Americans win the Cold War, but it was the aliens supporting the Americans that lose.
Right.
And our war is kind of not connected to what they're doing.
Okay.
The aliens destroying the Russian base, that's purely because you're not allowed to do things we're not letting you do.
Got it. Okay.
You know?
That's fine. And we'll work it out at some point.
And maybe it's even just that like, okay, we've won the war, now we're washing our hands of whatever we did.
Yeah.
We're done playing with these toys for now.
Okay, yeah, I can work with that. I can live with that.
And it's just part of the nature of alien technology that it has psychic components.
Yeah.
So, like, the nymph computer still does give people visions, but they're not even necessarily actual visions or based on anything. It's just human minds making synapse connections that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Like how some believe that the people you see in your dreams are just your brain taking faces you've seen and randomly distributing them.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So the mob wants the Venus or the nymph just because it's value and they're doing their mob shit.
They're either doing the stock market,
Parnax,
something, yeah.
Yeah, and Herc is low enough on the totem pole that he's high enough that he's given the job, but not high enough to be told why.
Yeah.
Parnax wants it because he knows that it'll, if they network these, then it'll bring attention back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And
Parnax wants to stop that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Venus, they're just want to have this new technology that we can profit off of.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Move fast and break things, like the World Order.
They use the Atlas, they discover which room the actual machine is in, and then what happens? I see Cody got some sort of tome.
Yeah, Cody's searching.
Yes, I'm looking at Agamemnon. I was looking for a speech for the title.
Oh.
Ah, you're way ahead of us. We don't even have a climax or what happens at the end of the story yet.
Someone had said, I can't remember which of you said Alcatraz.
Yes.
I like Alcatraz. That's a fun one. Hercules must go alone. Maybe he leaves Parnax with the kid, so they can reconnect.
Yeah, I think the actual Atlas thing of, like, getting tricked, I think that's overstuffing the story.
Yeah, we don't need to have any sort of, like, back and forth there.
Yeah. I think just calling the thing Atlas is...
Yeah. So I think from here we do a nice action set piece where he fights his way through Alcatraz against goons and their tech. And then it was a 100-headed dragon guarding the thing?
Yes.
Yes.
What would an American megacorp use as their 100-headed dragon? Would it be the Pinkertons? What would...
I was thinking it's a...
just an outside security service.
I was thinking playing on the idea of 100-headed dragon is cameras. Just, there's a camera everywhere. Like, we could probably easily squeeze in 200 cameras. A camera for each eye.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he doesn't go alone. He goes with Parnax. And maybe he also goes with the kid. The kid disables the alarms and the 100, the cameras.
I don't think the kid is with them. I think the kid is still controlling things from where he is. Because, like Bill pointed out, it's too obvious he knew something would go, or something would be going on if he leaves.
Yeah. He has to stay there.
But he can still help them by disabling things.
Maybe he can only bring it down for a short window without, like, raising alarms.
Yeah.
So they've got, like the heist in Fast and Furious 5, when they have, like, 2 minutes where the camera does its sweep and they have to drift through the parking garage. It's like that,
yes.
but with physical combat.
I kind of...
See, I'm thinking there needs to be both the cameras and the security force.
Yeah, no, he's got to fight through the security force, but they cut the cameras off so that, like, nobody at the other location sees what's happening and sends more guys, you know?
I mean, the other thing is Alcatraz is a museum, right?
Yes.
What if that's how they get there, is they go on the museum tour and they just...
No, I would say museum tour is closed.
Okay.
Because if they're using it to store this shit, they're not going to allow just randos on the island.
Fair.
I would want a scene here where he's fighting guys, and then he realizes he should stop holding back, and he starts punching guys through concrete walls. Like, by the end of the combat, like, dudes are getting fucking ripped in half by this man who does not know he's not human.
Yeah.
I think it should be more like Neo in the Matrix, just in terms of tone.
Okay.
Like you know that thing where he just kind of hits him and he goes with the palm heel and he goes flying. Like I don't want it to be silly, but I want it to be clear that he's a superhuman.
I also
like,
kind of...
have you seen the clip from the I almost said Guy Fieri. What's his name? The director, Guy Ritchie. The Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes when he's boxing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Discombobulate.
That kind of, like, the world slows down, but he's still kind of moving way faster than everyone else, and ducking and weaving out of punches while delivering blows with 8 different limbs in a flurry of violence.
See, but I'm thinking, like, Hercules isn't fast. He's strong.
But the thing is, no, he's not fast. He's just faster than regular people.
Proportionally, it's not fast, but he's still fast.
I think maybe one thing we can do is he gets shot and shrugs it off.
He gets shot and doesn't notice it till the end of combat.
He gets shot in the right shoulder, like about what on a normal person would be a kill shot. And he uses that momentum to haul off and hit the guy who shot him with a haymaker and keep going.
Yeah.
I also think there should be a callback at the end of this that's just Parnax saying, maybe you are one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not
sure.
necessarily a compliment because he sees the carnage.
Yeah.
And there's a shade of, nope, that brutality's fucking alien.
You know what I want this to be? When they overrule Eric's programming in Animorphs. Eric is an android who is programmed to be completely peaceful, and in one book they overrule it and he just slaughters a room full of bad guys.
It's like a significant portion of... It's like 30 to 50 people.
It's a lot of people, and, like, he's fucked up about it for the rest of the series.
He refuses to continue helping them after that point, right? Like, he's like, if you do this, I am not going to be able to help you in the future.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that this is life or death for you, but, like...
And then Jake starts threatening to kill people if Eric doesn't help him later. It's fucking nuts. Anyway, Animorphs is a whole different thing.
Let's do war crimes.
I'm thinking maybe in this fight he uses, like, a hammer. Like a sledgehammer.
Does he have a weapon of choice, or is he a fist guy?
He uses a club.
Sledgehammer sounds good.
I was gonna say, what is the modern equivalent of a club but a sledgehammer?
Yeah. When your only tool is a sledgehammer, everyone around you looks like a sledge nail.
So we have this really awesome sledgehammer fight.
Yes.
I want it to be cool and also brutal. Like,
Yes.
I want it to be cool in the moment, and then at the end, like, the audience is like, holy fucking shit.
Very stop, he's already dead towards the end.
Yes.
Overkill.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I was just thinking like Kingsman, the church fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except he's just got a big-ass hand. He's just got a regular-sized sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. We get the guys from the raid to do it.
Or Daredevil.
Or, yeah, the Daredevil hallway fight. Or John Wick guys. We get some real good fight choreographers in there to come up with some creative-ass shit.
Yeah.
And then after the fight and the maybe you really are one of us, they go into the sub-basement where the nymph is being stored. Herc goes to pick it up, and Parnax stops him and maybe tells him you can't actually touch it.
Yeah, you should gloves.
Yeah.
I want him to touch it.
Yeah, I think he doesn't listen to Parnax.
I think Parnax says, "Are you sure you want to touch it? Because you might not like what it does."
Yeah.
And he's like, I have my orders. And he picks it up. And then just flashes of his youth, the whole program thing, just the truth about who he is comes to him, basically.
Yeah.
However we want to visually explain that. Just a bunch of flashbacks, but also including flashbacks, like, to the Prometheus story, flashbacks to other stories we have yet to write.
I think there should be a flash of Cassandra's face in there, too.
Yeah.
It could be a frame or two.
Exactly. Yeah, like one frame of her face.
And one from the end of Cassandra with the invasion fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want the apple or the nymph to physically change once he touches it? I think it might be fun that it becomes not gold after he touches it.
I was thinking, because there's 3 of them in there, he smashes it. Just out of, like, not even intentionally, just out of, like, a like, visceral reaction to what he's experiencing. He just yeets that fucker into some concrete and it explodes.
Yeah.
And then here, Parnax can explain exactly what's going on. Maybe through the psychic links and stuff, maybe Parnax even saw some of it as himself.
Yeah.
And he can say something like, that's what they were doing on the other side of the curtain during the Cold War.
Yeah.
They were building you.
I think it would be a fun visual that Herc is holding the nymph. The visions are happening, and when he yeets it, it's like the force of everything that he saw was being transmuted to Parnax, and Parnax is like staggered against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he can't stop him from throwing it.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not even just him touching it, it's the destruction that triggers the fleet.
Herc doesn't throw it. When he takes it in his hand and has these vision moments, and no, not for those who are watching at home, Bill made a crushing motion with his hand. No, he's just standing there frozen, overcome with the visions. Parnax is staggering, but not backward, forward, and knocks it from his hand. And that's how it breaks.
That's stronger. That's a lot stronger.
And maybe as it breaks, it shoots a beam straight up. And we don't see where it goes, because it's, the ceiling.
It breaks, but the other 2 flash and shoot the beams.
Yes.
And then they break too.
Or they power down and all the lights on them power off, and yeah.
Like they both flash, beam straight up, and then they just kind of, not disintegrate, but kind of crumble.
Yeah. And
then Herc asks, what just happened? And Parnax says, it's only just begun.
If they didn't know about you before, they do now.
Yeah, something cryptic of they're coming.
Yeah.
I think that's the emotional climax there.
Yeah.
So I think we need to denouement with maybe some news footage of, they've canceled this keynote. Suddenly, prototypes... A spokesperson says prototypes just aren't ready for public use yet. Project delayed, something like that. To kind of put a wrap on that.
Have we established a Hera alien? I don't think so. I think we've only established a couple of them.
I believe you're right. I don't think we've established a Hera.
Okay.
But we can in this. We can... At the beginning and at the end, we can...
Yeah, I think it should be her, whatever her is. That's the one that, we recognize later, that's the finger pushing the destruction button. Mm-hmm. And she's the one that's like, this abomination cannot be allowed to continue. Herc.
Yeah.
So just for, the falling action, we get that news about the keynote being canceled or postponed.
Yeah. Venus stock free fall.
Maybe Herc gets a message from the mob that he fucked up so bad that he better not come home.
No, this is kind of what they wanted.
Oh yeah,
good job.
It's not how we thought it was going to happen, but their stock is tanking. And
that's even where the news is. It's on the TV as the boss is watching it. Well, it's not then mute. Well, it's not what I thought you were going to do, but it's the result we wanted. Good job, Herc.
And he's in a suit. He's got his little pin.
Yeah, you're a made man now. And he hears the word man and a little eye twitch because he knows he's not.
Did we do anything funky with Parnax's eyes? I feel like we did something funky with Parnax and Cassandra's eyes.
There was definitely shit going on with Cassandra's eyes. With Parnax, I think it was all with the vocals.
Because I think with Herc, we could make a callback to that where his eyes are different now in some way. Like the eye color is different, something.
They just don't glisten anymore. There's no shine.
We pull a, oh my god.
Maybe one of them is just now white.
Yeah, Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I want us to tie up Parnax and I think maybe the kid and the mom. So I want us to have one little denouement with them.
Yeah. I was just thinking we need to have one more scene with the kid. Mm-hmm. So Parnax can stay with the kid. Maybe the mom's like in a nursing home or something. Like, 'cause she'd be up there. She'd be in her 90s at this point, huh?
Yeah, if the original one was
in the 40s or 50s rather. Yeah, she'd be up there. So she's got to be in a nursing home if she's not dead. But I was thinking the kid maybe tells Herc, or Parnax explains that, like, shit's about to hit the fan. Those things just alerted some people we don't want coming here, and they're on their way, and they're not happy. We need a place to hide out where they won't find us. And he's like, I know a group across the Atlantic that's been working on some stuff.
And that's how we get to...
And that's how we get to Lagos, we get to Cassandra.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking Parnax is tired of running. Parnax is tired of hiding.
Oh yeah, Parnax stays in San Francisco with his family.
Yeah, he's like...
His story's complete here.
He's telling Hercules.
Yeah, telling Herc. Okay, yeah.
Like, New York might not be safe for you upcoming, considering who's doing what in the world, or with the world powers as they are. That's not a safe place for you. Where it is safe, here.
It's also where you can find some answers about what you are.
Yeah.
Or who you are.
Yeah, like, you're not the first and you won't be the last. You might find some things.
I think because there wasn't anything specifically alien-y about Lagos, it was because they abducted Cassandra that she got her visions.
Well, no,
Yeah.
there were scientists there working on the
that
technology.
were working on the big computer.
Yeah.
So he doesn't tell him to go there to find out more about who you are. He tells him to go to...
I was just trying to tie that into Cassandra.
Yeah.
Because we know the invasion is about to start. Maybe Herc just goes back to Russia.
Parnax, I want to say he tells him, like, it's already started. There's only so much time left. How do you want to spend it? I'm going to spend it here. And Herc can think back to the visions that he had in the room. And that's where he connects it to Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
So that just, if we remember to include that in the quick flashes montage.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
And then the very last thing, and this can be like a mid-credits thing, the Hera alien that we referred to earlier. Or we follow the two beams that were shot up through the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
We follow them into space to the alien computer on the ship. And all the things that Parnax wanted to prevent start happening here.
Yeah.
So, like, Earth appears on a computer screen, begin phase 2, abductions. Cut to black, credits.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We did a story.
We did. So now we need some actors. Do we want to cast it?
I think we should probably cast a movie. That's the next step. I'm going to throw one out for Hercules. Bronson Recksteiner. Search Bron, B-R-O-N, Breaker, B-R-E-A-K-K-E-R.
A wrestler?
Look at that meaty man, though.
Can he act?
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I haven't seen him do acting yet, but he's pretty good in the WWE shit, so... He was my first thought.
I mean, if we want to go in that path with someone we know can act, he might be a little old, but Batista.
He's a little old. I want this Hercules to be younger because I want the room to have another Hercules adventure later.
Fair enough.
I'm going to say something that is Oh, wait, actually. Okay. For the Sun.
Yeah.
The computery guy.
Yeah.
What do we think about Ansel Elgort?
Ooh.
Apparently he's difficult to work with, but his...
I'm not directing it. I like the idea.
He looks kind of like a nerd.
Do we remember who he cast as his dad?
Was Parnax? Oh, his dad. No.
I don't either.
I do not remember, unfortunately.
I just want to make sure we didn't cast a black man. And then just an absolute white boy to play his kid.
I don't remember. I legit 100 million% do not remember. I remember him being a tough nut to crack.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like super nerd.
Here. I'm going to go find that episode and figure out who we cast.
Is this a time for us to go get some treats in the lobby?
Go for it.
The treatment will be right back after these important messages.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And now back to The Treatment, a podcast about stories.
All right, so I just went back and listened to the entirety of both Cassandra and Prometheus episodes, and that's a lie. We cast a guy named Brian Dietzen to play the kid's dad, and the kid who I'm sure we named and cannot remember. Probably should have looked that up too. Now, Cody, look at this man on IMDb. To play his kid,
Yes.
Zach Oyama.
Oh my god. Yes. 100%.
Okay, I'm on board with Zach Oyama as the grown-up son, whose name I remember from us listening to both episodes of this podcast just now.
Yep, sure do remember it.
We could fill. I think we just keep the same character for Parnax, the same actor.
Yeah.
Just old him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Who was that?
And
How dare you?
I think we could round out the Russian mob, but we don't really need to.
Just cast a bunch of the John Wick stunt guys.
Yeah.
Just for fun flavor, though, who is the CEO of Venus?
Now I want to say Sam Reich.
I was gonna say, who played, not Ashton Kutcher, the other one.
Oh, Fassbender? Michael Fassbender?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
He plays creepy robot guy real well.
Okay.
I like it.
You know what? He was Steve Jobs.
I know, that's why I said it. He was
Yeah,
Steve
that's
Jobs
good
the year that both of those Steve Jobs met,
Yeah, he was in the better Steve Jobs movie? I don't remember. I don't remember which one was the good one.
He also played the character of David in Prometheus.
Yeah, he made out with himself.
Oh, not our Prometheus, the other one.
Yes. The Prometheus School of Running Away from Things.
Yes. I feel like we've had this discussion recently.
Yes.
Are there any other characters that we need to cast?
We managed to do this one with a pretty, bare cast.
Yeah, I mean,
A lot of, homeless people.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of, stock and background types.
Yeah.
Russian mobsters, the homeless in New York.
who plays the dad in John Wick? Because I want him to be the mob boss.
Why not just Keanu as the mob boss?
He's not boss energy, though. He's enforcer.
Old man graying Keanu is not boss energy?
No, he's enforcer energy. He's gonna stab you. He's not gonna let somebody else stab you.
Well, he's got to play somebody, because we've referenced both John Wick and The Matrix here.
We do. I want him to be one of the aliens. Fuck it.
Yeah?
Have him do VO for some of the aliens.
He's Hera.
I guess we do need a voice for her.
We have not landed on a Hercules.
No, you threw out Braun Breaker.
God, if it was 15 years ago, Batista's perfect.
What about the guy that's playing Jack Reacher right now?
I almost said, wasn't that Ted Krasinski? And that's... I was thinking John Krasinski, but also I don't think he was Jack Reacher.
No, he was somebody different.
Alan Richardson?
Maybe?
I feel like we've used him before.
This person seems utterly unfamiliar to me, but I'm liking him for this.
Yeah, he's massive.
Oh my god, I know his name from something.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in Fast X. He was Ames in Fast X.
Yeah, he was also in Hunger Games.
He's also... I was gonna say older than I am, but...
He doesn't
that
look...
might be okay.
He doesn't look older, though. He doesn't look like he's... He looks like he's in his 30s. He doesn't look like he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking he's a...
And that's about the age we said.
Yeah, I'm just thinking he's a big, beefy guy.
I like Alan Richardson for Herc.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
And he has the benefit of kind of looking like a villain.
So we got Alan Richson for Herc, Zach Oyama for
Kid.
the Sun,
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender for the CEO of Venus, who is not in a whole lot of this movie.
No, just enough.
I feel like we will flesh it out with... We'll flesh the whole thing out with some scenes of that happening and stuff. Like, he'll be more in it than we've said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Voice for Hera?
I mean, I want to go Dame Judi Dench, but we can't put Dame Judi Dench in everything.
I've already ripped off a Judi Dench movie in this episode.
Helen Mirren.
Ooh, I want a bit younger.
Yeah. Angela Bassett? Pulling from the Black Panther movies?
Could work.
Character actress Margot Martindale?
I'll never say no to her. But also, she's a bit older. I don't want youth in the voice. I want maturity, but I don't want, like, aged. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't want a typically comedic actress either. Like, I don't want a Maya Rudolph here.
I want her to have, like, a calming mom voice.
Like, it strikes fear into your heart, but you want her to like you.
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett?
I just stumbled on Drew Barrymore.
I don't know if she has the gravitas we want in a voice,
she doesn't have a lot of weight.
Kathy Bates?
Not a bad option.
Robin Wright.
I dig it.
Mark, do you have anything against Robin Wright?
No, I'm going to be honest. I totally zoned out there, specifically because, like you, I'm trying to get a drop on a title, and I think I have one.
I have a suggestion for a title as well, if we're moving on to that.
You go first, because you started first.
So this is from Aeschylus's Agamemnon. A feast unbidden.
So I'm going to read the whole quote, and then I'm going to back up and read the part that I'm suggesting for the title.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to point out, this is from a little Greek thing called Evripedes. And this is a quote from some minor character named Hercules. Here, all mankind are equal. All love their children, both those of high estate and those who are not. Those who are not. N-A-U-G-H-T.
The other option I have is from Cassandra, and the full quote is, "For this I declare someone is plotting revenge, a lion, lion but coward." And I'm leaning towards lion but coward. Or a poisoned cup. The full quote there is, "Brewing a poisoned cup, she will mix my punishment while sharpening the dagger for her husband." Are you also combing through Aeschylus and Euripides at the moment?
So something I liked that we did with Oh Human Things and God So New is the one that was with the human protagonist was Oh Human Things.
Uh-huh.
And the one with the God protagonist, or the alien protagonist was God So New.
Uh-huh.
And I want, like, a 3-word title that includes God and man.
Let me push a poisoned cup, the combination of the two.
But what does it mean, though?
Yeah.
Or...
Because the other ones also had, like, thematic relevance.
I was going to say, it's not necessarily the 3 words, but the nature of its kind.
We're closer there.
The section that I'm pulling that from is the chorus talking about Clytemnestra. There was a shepherd once who reared at home a lion's cub. It shared with suckling lambs their milk, gentle while bone and blood were young. The children loved it, the old watched and smiled. Often the shepherd held it like a child high in his arms, and often it would seek his hand with soft eyes and caressing tongue, tense with the force of hunger. But in time it showed the nature of its kind.
Now, I hate how this is pulled from a James Bond quote, but men who play God.
I don't hate it.
Grant me strength, fate in retreat, fate lies beyond.
Maybe we don't pull from a quote for this one. Maybe we just come up with something. Because this is...
Yeah.
It's hard to find something. We got real lucky the first 2 times.
I want to throw again, those who are not.
Now, we established this title is going to appear over a shot of baby Hercules surviving in the rubble.
Yes.
So...
I do kind of like those who are not, because it plays on neither one or the other, and Parnax, the sun, and Hercules are all kind of neither one or the other.
Okay. Yeah. And it doesn't disconcern me. Like, I'm not disconcerted by that title appearing on that image either. Like, it's not...
Yeah. And
it's not jarring.
It also goes with the idea of he technically doesn't exist, or they're trying to make sure that he doesn't
Yeah.
they tried to erase him. So it works on multiple levels.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
Cool. I think then I am 3 for 3 on coming up with the titles for these.
Hell yeah.
Poster.
I know we've gone pretty simple with these in the past. I kind of want, like, the Drew Struzan painted, really complex poster for this one. Like, harkening back to the old Hercules, Conan the Barbarian style. Like, him raising the sledgehammer over his head with a beam of light in the background and fucking the golden apple in the foreground, you know?
Like, playing off, like, the Disney Hercules poster? With, like, the other characters around him, and he's in the middle.
Well, almost like more Star Wars. Like, I'm thinking maybe a little New Hope-y. Or, like, just, like, the Drew Struzan style posters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The Disney one's in that style.
Yeah.
What if instead it's the sledgehammer? Just laid hammer on the ground, handle in the sky, and him walking away in the background.
Okay. And maybe, like, off to one side, some crushed machinery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't hate it.
Works for me.
I don't think that these don't get taglines, right?
The titles are pretty clear.
Yeah.
Or they function
Or they are
as...
Maybe not-
taglines,
Yeah.
Not clear, but evocative.
Yes.
Yeah.
The titles
Those who
establish
are
the tone
not.
well.
Okay, and release window.
February, March. This feels spring, like, late winter, early spring to me.
Yeah, it's a little disheartening.
Yeah. If not then, like, December.
Yeah. This isn't a Christmas movie.
No, it's not a Christmas movie, but it's a winter movie.
Yeah.
So, February then?
Yeah, February.
Yeah.
All right, so then that's... I didn't start out liking it, but I got there by the end.
All right, are we gonna have the luck of the wheel again, and it's gonna be...
We can't do another trilogy next time. We just finished 2 trilogies in back-to-back episodes.
Well, technically...
Okay, technically the last one was a spin-off.
Which is not a part of the trilogy. I feel good about this.
Yeah.
I think this would be a good movie.
Yeah.
So I guess the only thing left is to get a snare drum and start beating this out in Morse code in the middle of the night, hoping that one of the Hollywood producers will hear it in their dreams. And if that happens, then you can see Those Who Are Not in a theater near you this February. This has been The Treatment, a podcast about stories, and we've been your hosts, Mark Lucas,
Billy Beck.
And Cody Beck.
and we'll see you at the movies.